Too Far Enterprises, and today we're going to have a get down. We have a brother, and I call him my brother, Ibrahim Traore, fighting over there in Africa for what he believes is right, doing the best he can, and people trying to kill him. And you know the funny thing about all that is we over here, and we catching hell too, but we're not doing nothing about it. And at the same time, we're not even trying to support him, or I don't even hear his name over here. And you know what? I want to change that. And people could get mad all they want to. But I'm going to tell you something. I call him my brother. But you know what? We're gonna have a powwow here. And we're going to talk about, don't you call me brother unless you really, really mean it. You see, the OJs said it best. You don't call me brother until you get yourself together. You know? You don't even respect my woman. You don't even respect yourself. You don't respect the community. You don't respect your mom. You understand? Your children. And I'm talking about right now mainly our community, because you know other people don't do it. But what about when you don't do it? And we know sometimes people get incarcerated, you know, on trumped up charges and everything else. But what about the people you leave behind? You know what I'm saying? What about the foolish things that we do to get ourselves in that place? We're always talking about, you know, brotherhood, you know, in our little groups and how much we love one another. But you know doggone well that I can't even trust you behind my back. In fact, I'm going to tell you something. It's hard enough fighting, you know, the people who put us in bondage. But it's damn hard to fight your own brother, your own sister. You see? And this stuff happens in our families, in our communities on a day-to-day basis. And then we turn around and it happens in the doggone legislature. It happens when people run for president. It happens in the Supreme Court. It happens in the police department. It happens all over. So how in the world can we call each other brothers when you keep trying to rip me off? We can't even have a man-to-man talk. All this is coming from the OJs, but it's me. It's me talking to my community, talking about things that we need to do. We got somebody right now who is giving people a run for their money because he is not accepting servitude. He's not giving away his resources no more, and neither should we. Now, I'm not telling you don't provide for your family or not, but how many times that we go begging to somebody, you know, and I'm not talking about what they owe us. I'm talking about some of the things that we do to get money. I'm going to tell you something. We should not even be dealing with anybody we can't look in the eye and call our brother and count on them when we need them. See, we got a segment of our black population that we have got to sit on the side. And I'm not saying just because they're Republicans, but I don't understand how black people can resolutely and absolutely endorse Trump when Trump stands for the very things that put our forefathers and our ancestors in their graves. How can you do that? It ain't about Kamala. It's not about her. It's about what's right. And standing up for something that you know to be true. At least make sure people understand that you know what they did and you're not supporting that. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you something. You know, we lie, we cheat, we steal, but we don't go across the tracks where they really have the money And the people who are rich, we do it in our own communities. We do it to our own brothers. So don't call me brother unless you mean it. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. We got some people that's doing us some backstabbing. You know, we've been putting up with this stuff for hundreds of years in our community. In other groups, if it would have been the Black Panthers or the KKK or Illuminati or whatever you want to call it, see, once you join them or you are part of them and you betray them and they can't trust you, they eliminate you. And I am not here speaking about eliminate anybody. What I am talking about is we have to stop all of this backstabbing and hatred of one another. But it's really easy to see why we hate one another when we've been taught to hate ourselves. But that's over. It should be over us trying to take advantage of our communities. Okay? I'm telling you, the things that we do in our neighborhoods and we do to each other is certainly wrong, and you know it and I know it. And you know, the master and the people who have the money come to you skinning and grinning, you know, patting you on the back and everything else, and you fall for it, and you know they don't mean you no good. You can catch your brother when he does it, and you'll tell him, you understand, that you don't trust him and everything else, but you won't tell this man that you don't trust him. Ibrahim Traore is telling everybody what he thinks about him, and he's doing the best he can for his community, his country, and his people. And we are not doing no fighting for nothing over here. And we have to change that. We have to change our reality. A lot of people don't want to hear what I'm saying. But let me tell you something. This thing about black on black doing each other dirty, we have to stop it. I'm telling you, the worst person and the worst people I figure on earth are some backstabbing, grinning in your face, don't mean you no good, brothers and sisters, whether they be white, black, yellow, red, or what have you. They could be green. When you can't trust anybody, then you have no need for them. And I'm telling you, don't call me brother when you don't mean us no good. You want to vote Republican, if you want to go with Trump and you think that's the best option, you go ahead, but you stay over there. Because I know we can't trust you. It's just like on a plantation, which we still own, but it's just a more, what they call that, updated type of plantation, okay? And he gives you a little power, and what do? The first thing you do is mistreat the people that look just like you. And sometimes we do it because we don't have the heart and the guts to do it to the people that we really want to do it. They mention the word cowardice. And I don't even want to go into that. I'll just let you marinate on that. All I can tell you is that it's time for a change. The winds of change are here. And I just thought today I wanted to speak about that. I want us to think about, let's change the legislature. Let's change the Supreme Court. Let's change America. Let's change the way business is done and the way we treat people here. And then also support our brothers and sisters in Africa also. And that goes for all of us. White, yellow, red, pink. Too Far Enterprises. Out of here.